Hey guys, it's Tarot and Beyond. Back again with another collective update. Spirit's really been pushing me to get these out, and I know that we will eventually return to pick a cards, but for now, this is what it's all about. So, I have a lot of notes here on stuff that they've been bringing through. The first thing that they wanted to talk about is a collective wave of energy that's coming in. Could be a pretty big solar flare. I haven't been keeping track of the solar activity or the solar weather, but they're showing me waves and surfers and suns and references to solar flares, especially solar flares that interrupt stuff like technology. It's kind of like almost like an electromagnetic pulse that the solar flare can give off, and then it can disrupt. When it's a low level, it's kind of like radio frequencies will go down, or I know like boats will have issues communicating with each other because certain frequencies of that communication will drop out. But they're showing me that it may even influence, what? I just heard, impact and infant. Okay, anyway, but it may influence that's why they're saying infant. They're saying it's like almost a return to infancy where we have no access to technology. Ooh, okay. It's interesting. They have been showing me power surges and power outages, and I know that has been happening due to storms, and they were talking a lot about storms in some of the recent readings and some of the channeled messages that they've been bringing through. But this feels more specific, like a solar storm that may cause a dropout of some pretty significant technological things. I'm hearing back up and running, so it's not like they're going to be destroyed. It's going to cause some kind of interference. And I think energetically, this is also going to cause interference for those of us who are connected to divine guidance, like our higher selves, our spirit team, galactic, I'm also hearing, and galactic interference. So we may be subjected to more of having to rely again on the ego to advance us through choices. Interesting messages that are coming through. Okay, so speaking of the ego, we do have the ego card here, which is the devil in this deck. It says the illusion of being trapped, placing too much importance on material items and getting caught up in fear and worry. So they don't want us to worry about this. They don't want us to get caught up in fear. Anytime that spirit brings through any sort of cataclysmic type information, it's not to spark or engender fear. It is to prepare us so that we can be forearmed and forewarned, so that we can come to it with a space of preparation, being prepared for something induces, I'm hearing engendered a lot, but it creates a sense of internal security. It imbues us with security so that we can go through that period with as little chaos, or minimizing the chaos, holding the frequency of grace is what it feels like. So that any collective drama, that's another word they were showing me a lot today, drama that arises as a result of some of these things that are going on outside of our control, quote unquote, within the solar system are, they're showing me ushers, shepherds of the flock, those of you who are here working to, I'm seeing something about freeing up space in your ego, and how you can be a guide for others, or you can show other people how to do this as well, or so that it doesn't feel like quite such a threat. Okay, we also have the Two of Winter, and it says indecision is holding you back. Make the choice that's best for you rather than trying to please others, feeling trapped between the intellectual and the emotional. Now, it's interesting that both of these cards are talking about, or saying the word trapped, the illusion of being trapped and feeling trapped between the intellectual and the emotional. But they're showing me the stringed instruments and the contract that this one fairy is holding in her hand. She's got a contract there, a scroll, and then the stringed instruments. So there's some of you who are drawn here to this video, to this reading, who hold contracts to uphold, I'm hearing the faith and the frequency of trust, the frequency of divine surrender. It's a very high frequency to be in. And this kind of like what they're showing me is that it helps stabilize, okay? It helps stabilize the rest of the collective. They're showing it to me like it's branching out, who may be responding from the ego or who may have their ego being challenged. And if, for example, these interferences do impact your ability to access that trust within you, they want you to know that focusing in again and like kind of just going back into yourself is going to help this whole process to balance out. They were showing me stuff to do with balancing as well. So this is all kind of fitting together. That's another synchronicity that they were showing me. Like probably 7 times today, literally, they showed me the same pattern of it's all coming together. Literally those words, it's all coming together, and the pieces of the puzzle coming together. And they were showing me maps with missing pieces and those parts coming together. And they were showing me other people in the collective. And we're all like one piece of the puzzle. So I'm one piece, you're one piece, someone else is another piece, and we're all coming together. So this could even mean literally we're coming together, or energetically we're coming together to support each other in this community so that we can advance or we can enhance our knowledge. Because we all have a key. We all have codes. And the codes can't be read in isolation. They need to be read together. And they need to be combined. So this unlocks something here. They're showing me something to do with the material realm. Like it unlocks something in the material realm. I did just hear wealth. Which one are we doing? This one? Yeah, okay. They were showing me bones as well, which can have connection to ancestral roots. There was a lot of themes today coming up about ancestors. Bones can also have to do with longevity, structure, foundation, support systems. I did hear truth seeker, finding the details within yourself and in your past. So that could be part of it as well. It's like in your lineage, in your bones, in your DNA. The history I'm hearing. Okay, we have attachment, which is very apropos, given that we have the ego card, because the ego is what gets attached. So not holding on to any kind of attachment, and feel your way forward. So from this point onward, we're going to need to feel our way forward, because there may be kind of like a downing of the technology, either literally or spiritually. And they were showing me like alternative sources of power, generators and batteries and like internal systems of power that are not reliant on any outside source. They're saying unplugging. So this could even be about removing certain attachments to ways of receiving or retrieving information, something about social media, maybe taking a social media hiatus or break. Maybe there's certain social media sites that are going down if there's a flare, or if there's just some kind of interference. It doesn't have to be solar flare, but we've got the brother. I'm hearing brother, where art thou? Brother, where art thou? And don't give up. Ooh, there we go. Don't give up. And it had trouble focusing. So like maybe focusing on not giving up has been a challenge, especially if the ego and attachment are involved, especially if indecision starts to take over. They're saying, trust yourself. You can feel your way forward. Even if you don't have the outside, they're showing me a GPS. Even if you don't have the outside navigation, you have the internal map, okay? You have the internal map. We all have a piece of that map, and we're going to help each other to find the way. X marks the spot. X marks the spot. Check your email. Maybe email is going down, or there's something of a message in your email that's going to help to clear something up. For somebody, I could translate this literally and say like your brother is going to email you, or something from a brother. Tests. Maybe something about a test. Oh, we also have phone call. So these are types of communication: phone call and looping. I'm hearing an answering machine right now, and I'm hearing the beep. Leave your message at the beep. Feels like playing phone tag, like you call someone, it goes to the answering machine because they're not there. You call them back, it goes to answering machine. It's like you're trying to get a hold of each other. And this is what I'm seeing. It's like there's interference in the connection. And you may feel like this with your guides, with your spirit team, with your higher self, with your intuition. The ego may bombard you. I'm seeing bombard you with its solutions because the ego wants to fix everything to feel like it has a sense of control, Don't let that loop you in a pattern. This is a test. They're saying, oh yeah, they were also showing me yesterday synchronicities about testing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4 were numbers that were coming up, and they're still coming up. I saw some of those today as well. And that can talk about starting from scratch, moving forward, taking steps, implementing something. I'm hearing strategy. That's another word that they were showing me. I wrote that down in my journal. Strategy. Spirit guides. Yes. Okay. It's confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. See, this is what my guides are telling me. But they're saying that you may have some interference that comes in that disrupts. Maybe even it's the ego. Like maybe the ego is the interference between you and your spirit guides, because the ego can get in the way. Yeah. Especially if it's going into fear or any lower vibrations. I think that's why they were showing us the instruments, because stringed instruments, but all instruments, specifically stringed ones, always speak to me symbolically of frequency and attunement and getting into the right harmony, or the right, having the right note, the right frequency. And if your spirit guides are operating up here and you're here and the connection is pretty good, but then all of a sudden you drop down because of something that's going on internally or collectively, or some information that you get, or just whatever it is. I'm hearing drama again. Okay. So some kind of drama that drops you down. It may feel like, oh, it's hard to connect with my guides. It's hard to connect with that internal guidance system, because that's what the guides are. Then they want you to just feel your way forward from there. Yeah, try to get grounded and then feel your way forward. Let's go in with the other deck. Let's look at this prosperity message, because I wrote down prosperity several times. I did a client reading where the 888 came up, and I'd been seeing that like all week. So it was connected, but it's connected to like a larger collective thing is actually what they're showing me right now. So the prosperity imprint, or prosperity, they're saying imprint. Oh, I was just talking about planning and next steps and strategy. Okay, so we have the 3 of spring. Plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. And the High Priestess. Boom, baby. You guys who are here on the channel, and many others who are going to be drawn here in the future, is what they just said, have been guided here by intuition. And you're in the stages, varying different stages, depending, because there's many people here, of intuitive development. I'm hearing spirit guide contact. So for a lot of you, you are already in contact with your spirit guides, or you're being prepared to be. But it may waver. They're showing me like a signal, and the interference, it's like a weak signal you can't really hear. You increase the frequency, you can hear a lot clearer. It's literally like a walkie-talkie, like radio channels. It works the exact same way. That's why it's such a great analogy, because it's just like that. Now, you're the High Priestess, okay? And you are meant to transcend the ego, whether you're a male or female, high priest, high priestess, whatever. You're meant to transcend the ego. You're meant to move above and beyond that. Light years ahead, I'm hearing, and they were showing me synchronicities about light years, speed of light, traveling really fast. I'm hearing around the earth, something about information travels faster than the speed of light. Oh, and this is reminding me of how, like in high school, when there's a secret and there's drama or something, there's drama of some kind, how it spreads like wildfire. Actually, that's another synchronicity. They were showing me wildfire. But It's like some kind of information is going to travel faster than the speed of light. But I think for those who are in alignment, they're saying careful reflection. Okay, it says trusting your intuition, careful reflection before taking action, and insights that come through meditation. It's like some of that information is going to be looping back. It's like an echo chamber of fear. I'm also hearing something about disease. Okay. Maybe somebody had a test, like a medical test, and you're getting a phone call or an email about it. They're saying, again, don't give up or don't go into fear. But yeah, collectively, it just feels like there's going to be sort of like a loop of drama cycling, and it may be exacerbated by something that's going on astrologically or the solar flare, or I don't know, something in the geopolitical landscape. I don't know. I just heard that too. Whatever it is, you're meant to be trusting your intuition and staying in your center, because this is what's going to give you the discernment between what the ego is wanting to react to and what your spirit guides are trying to support you in upholding, which is your highest frequency. So if you feel disconnected, or if the messages are coming through garbled, or if you're getting confused, meditate. That's another thing. I literally wrote that down. Meditate, connect, retreat, go inward. Take some time off of social media. Stop watching readings for a day or two, or however long you feel called. Meditate for an hour, meditate for 3 hours, meditate for a few days, meditate for 5 minutes. Doesn't matter. Do what feels right for you. But that's the recommendation. Okay, we have the Two of Spring. They're reminding me that I was asking about the prosperity message, and they're saying that's connected to that. So like staying in your clear frequency and meditating is going to help to unlock that, because frequency creates reality. That's another synchronicity. I literally wrote that down word for word. Frequency creates reality. Two of Spring, a bright future manifested through hard work and creativity, partnering with others who share your dreams, great progress being made. This is that 1, 2, 3, 4 energy. It is great progress, great strides, steps forward. This is 2 and 3 again, confirmation of that progression. Unfolding, I'm seeing. They're showing me a letter. A letter in the mail, email, and phone call. There's so many different freaking types of communication here. It's insane. Like, and something may feel like it's being overturned, something to do with your home. Yeah, family. We did have the brother card. So something to do with home or family could feel like it uproots you, or it, because they're showing me the overturned boat here. Could feel like something's upside down. And that may be why you need to feel your way forward, because you can't see, or it's something about it's not upright. I don't know. 4 of Summer, being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity, taking someone or something for granted and disconnected. Ooh, no, it says discontented with life, but I said disconnected. So that was meant to be channeled through. Look at the little angel here being like, please, please listen to me. So the ego is getting in someone's way. I don't know if this is you, or if it's a family member, or it's just like a collective thing, but the ego is getting in the way. The ego blocks the communication. The ego stifles the secure transmission, they're saying. It's a distraction. The ego, the fear, the drama, it's a distraction. It's actually intentional, is what they're showing me. So like collectively, I'm hearing frying the circuits. If there was a solar flare, it would fry circuits, and that's why things would go down, wouldn't it? Or I'm not sure. Failing to see a magical opportunity. Yeah, you don't want to miss this. Whatever this is, you don't want to miss it. So being aware of what you are getting intuitively, not shutting that down, not getting lost in the physical implications of life, even like certain responsibilities, things that you feel like you need to do. They really want you to stay not on guard, just I'm hearing the word proficient, but they want you to stay aware, basically. Aware as you can. Balance. I'm not surprised to see this card here. The Temperance card. Take everyone's input into consideration. Merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time. There's no need to rush. So this is what we're meant to be doing. We're meant to be connecting and communicating with each other. We're meant to share, to find solutions. We're meant to connect, but maybe it's like connecting in ways that are more intuitive and more authentic to our spiritual nature. And we have the King of Winter. Knowledgeable, experienced, fair-minded, and unemotional. Get advice from someone professional and objective, public speaking, and unemotional relationships. The Temperance card here and the King of Winter with the Two of Swords is talking to me about this balanced approach. So like, let's say, for example, you get a phone call from a family member, possibly a brother, who's freaking out about something, blaming you for something, or just creating some kind of drama. The answer to, or the solution to this problem, to maintain your equilibrium and stay in alignment with your truth, is going to be to take a detached approach. We had the attachment card, right? Detached approach. So not being completely devoid of emotion, but being willing to feel while at the same time not getting emotionally invested or involved, not taking it personally, not identifying with it, not allowing it to overtake your sense of peace. And this is why they're recommending meditating. Like if you can meditate before whatever this is happens, you're going to be better prepared. That's the strategy. They just said that's the strategy. And they're saying, we want to see you learn. Want to see you learn what? Oh, and the tests. Testing, 1, 2, 3. They want to see you learn so that when this test arises, they know you're prepared and you'll pass it. Oh. Okay. Two of Summer, Ace of Spring. Yeah. Falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone, forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up again. Your relationship can be healed. So we've got the don't give up message twice. And the other message that we had twice was feeling trapped. So if you're feeling trapped in a situation, don't give up. Don't give up. Because there is a solution here, and it may come at the hands of people who are on a similar frequency or vibration to you. And it may come through communication, because my voice almost just cracked when I said that. So if there is drama internally or externally, in some way, connection and communication is going to actually help to solve it, whether it's you connecting to your guides or to other people in your community or in your home environment or whoever who can help to balance things out. Ace of Spring. It's time to take action, be fearless, and happily pursue your most treasured dreams. Amazing career opportunities. Okay, so I think this is coming back again. We're looping back to that message about prosperity. Frequency creates reality. The Ace of Spring is a high vibrational starting point. It is the inspiration to take action that is divinely granted. I'm hearing divinely granted. A grant could be significant because they were showing me stuff to do with school. Makes me think of like grants. That could be a metaphor too. Let's get one of these. What is this prosperity, Spirit? Oh, The golden ticket. That's the ticket. You've got it now. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. So keep doing it. You have the golden ticket to see rapid results and powerful aligned outcomes. Keep going. They're saying, like, don't give up. If you are trying to manifest something and it's taking some time and you're not seeing the physical outcome of that right away, don't give up. Keep holding the frequency. Keep going. Take steps that are going to continue to reflect that. Stay in your peace, meditate, connect. If you feel disconnected, it's temporary. Know that and reconnect. You have the golden ticket. Your ego is trying to convince you otherwise, but it feels like a plant in your mind to tell you or to try and dissuade you from creating this reality or hopping onto this timeline or helping to co-create this timeline. It's like, spiritual warfare is in the mind. It is psychic in nature. Telepathy is real, whether you realize it and you've turned it on or not. So the ego here it can either be your best friend or it can be your enemy, your downfall, and it can be used against you if it hasn't been developed. So get into this high priestess role and feel your way forward, because your mind can be helpful here, but only insofar as you have also developed the spirit. Yes. This is the key. They said, this is the key to success. This is the golden ticket, the frequency. Defying the odds. They just showed me bumblebees and how bees aerodynamically shouldn't be able to fly, but they do. And it's because of resonance. It's because of frequency. It's because they can actually vibrate at a frequency. I don't know if this is true, but I've heard that like something about their wings and like there's a hollow underneath their neck that creates this vibrational resonance or echo chamber that, I was saying echo chamber before, that allows them to reduce their density, reduce their gravity, and then be able to fly. So I feel like this is what you're doing. Solar flares help us to do that too, because they activate new levels of embodied soul. New levels. I literally just said new levels, and we have you're about to level up big time. Levels. There's levels to this shit. You are just on the verge of outgrowing your old situation. As your new self emerges, your life will begin to change as a result. Now, I have been walking this path for quite some time now, and I know from experience that when I'm about to level up big time, and I've seen this with clients and stuff too, right before that happens, there's usually a test or a distraction or what feels like going back to past patterns, looping back into the past, or getting trapped into an old way of thinking or an old timeline or an old cycle. That is actually it's not a good thing, but it's like if you look at it as a little flag being like, hey, you're about to level up. And this is actually proof of that. You're not going backwards. That's the false illusion meant to trick you into not leveling up. It's meant to delude you. I'm hearing 1212. It's meant to trick you. But if you know that, you're prepared. This is the strategy. They're saying awareness is the mental key, or the mind is the key. So yeah, you're about to level up big time. Butterflies could be significant. I was seeing unicorns a lot recently as well. We've got butterflies and unicorns here. Follow the path of the butterflies. There's no need to rush. Take your time, but you're moving either way. You're moving forward, the chariot. You're about to achieve what you've been trying to create. You're going to see that manifest. Success that comes from dedication and self-discipline, celebrating your accomplishments, being in the spotlight. For somebody here, I did see public speaking with the King of Winter and being in the spotlight. For somebody here, you may be expanding your visibility in terms of what you're sharing. Maybe you're becoming visible to somebody who has their eye on you, or you're just becoming more visible in general for what you're sharing with the collective. And maybe that's why there's a lot of phone calls and emails and things coming in, or why you're being tested by your guides, because it's meant to, it's kind of like if you want to graduate, you need to pass the final exam. You need to prove that everything that you've learned is still in there and you can apply it. Yeah, but it's like real world application. You're about to move beyond the previous limitations of the ego in a big way, so don't hold back. And don't let indecision hold you back. And don't let fear and doubt hold you back. Don't give up. Don't let other people and their drama hold you back. Literally let nothing hold you back, okay? Yeah, you're moving on up. Moving on up. And this is something that you've manifested. This is something that you let go of attachment to, because if you attach to it, you push it away, it creates resistance. Whereas if you detach from it and you just let yourself be in that state of balance, it comes in. But you've manifested this through some kind of hard work. And other people are going to help you make this dream come true, whatever this is. The prosperity lies in connection and community. That's what I just heard. This leads to great progress. They're showing me strides, like huge, a giant, like running across the earth. You can cover so much more ground. Oh my God, they're showing me Power Rangers, one of my favorite shows when I was a kid. And it's like they're all individual. And then when they link up, they would like form into this giant bot thingy. And you can cover so much more ground when you're in connection to these other light workers, is the word I just heard. Light workers, fellow high priests and priestesses, such as yourself, who also have the ticket and the other pieces of the puzzle. And then it all comes together and we see the big picture. And we need to be keeping our sights set on what we're trying to achieve and accomplish here, and not let our egos get in the way, not let our egos stop us from sharing a message, not let our egos pit us against other people. Like, we need to be on the same team here with ourselves and with other people who are working towards the same goal. Allies, I'm hearing allies. Nine of Spring, protect the fruits of your labors, prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead, environmental conservation. Again, the word prepare. You are being prepared for possible challenges that lie ahead, but you are protected, and the fruits of your labors, your manifestations are protected when you keep your frequency in alignment. And it's okay to fluctuate a little bit. Like, don't freak out. Don't be like, I have to be in my peace all the time. No. There's room to err a little bit there. It's okay. But generally speaking, just staying in integrity is going to be like the secret sauce to the recipe that's going to cook up this magnificent meal that's meant to be shared too. And it's going to be super abundant. I'm seeing the ladybugs here. There's ladybugs here in the card, and there's a ladybug sticker here. So ladybugs are a sign of good luck, prosperity, good things to come, I just heard. So even though this card actually says possible challenges that lie ahead, I really actually don't feel that. I think that if that does occur, it's like you're sort of insulated from it because you're in alignment, because you stay in that upright position. This is the level up. I'm hearing untouchable. You are untouchable. They're showing me grasping hands. So there may be lower vibrational people that are trying to get at you, but you're untouchable when you're in that frequency. So don't let the fear or the ego or the psychological warfare, don't let that get you down. Don't let that make you give up this golden ticket that you earned. Like, you worked your butt off for this. Okay? You worked your butt off for that. Don't let that slip out of your hands. And I don't think it can. Because what's meant for you is meant for you. And it'll find its way to you. I'm hearing come hell or high water. Yeah. Maybe floods. Oh boy. Yeah, the ego, the devil. Come hell or high water, it's coming to you because it's yours. It can't be held back. I just heard it can't be held back any longer too. So it may have been delayed. It was delayed, they just said. Okay. Yeah, cleanse. Something that was meant for you a while ago, I'm hearing a long time ago, was delayed because of this ego manipulation, because of the fear programming that they're saying targeted, like being targeted, and they're showing me like beams of energy being, man, those people with the tinfoil hats on, they had something, they knew something was up. All we can do is just laugh, you know? It may sound crazy, but it's not. Like, you've got it. You worked for it. You deserve it. Karmically, it's yours. It cannot help but manifest. It's just a matter of time. But it may take some time to see this show up because of the counterintelligence. I just heard counterintelligence. Ooh. You really have to trust your intuition here. You really have to feel into and make sure that you're clear, aligned, and balanced. Cleanse your energy like a million times. Spirit had me buy a box of salt today because they kept bringing through salt in the previous messages, and I was out and they were like, box of salt, get it. Because salt is cleansing and purifying to the auric field. And then I've got obviously that cleansing spray I use all the time. And they were telling me something about lighting a candle, lighting a white candle specifically for purification, cleansing, to manifest. I'm just hearing as well. White candles. Yeah, white candles are good for manifesting just about anything. It's kind of like the do-it-all. It's like a Swiss Army knife type of thing. It can kind of do what you want it to do, and it does multiple things. So if you have some white candles, you could use those as well. They're showing me tapered candles, like not... I've got tea lights and stuff, but they're showing me clairvoyantly like long taper candles and then letting it burn down. Setting your intention, doing scrying work with the flames. I'm just seeing 1221. I did mention 1212 and now 1221. Mirror frequency. 1212 is masculine frequency. Take action. Ace of Spring. Yeah, take action. What is the collective being guided to take action on, Spirit? These ones? Okay. What is the collective being guided to take action on? Oh, use the dice. Okay, we haven't done that in a while. The Astro dice. Okay, we have the South Node, the 5th house, and Pisces. Pisces. I don't know if that's going to be able to focus, but Pisces... in the 5th house, South Node. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, I got it. So what you're being called to take action on is actually taking a creative or playful approach to some pretty heavy, dense past life karma. Previous lessons that you've learned, I just heard as well, especially as it relates to relationships, ego, other people's ego, your ego being mirrored back to you by other people. Anything related to that, you're healing, releasing, cleansing, purifying, seeing below the surface, they said. Yeah, Pisces, 12th house, subconscious, high priestess, like really diving deep and getting to the nitty gritty of whatever this past life, or I also just heard past life skill. So, that could be part of the golden ticket, or what unlocks the manifestation is a new level of skill that you are testing, 1, 2, 3. Could be to do with communication, because they said public speaking, and people do that when they're about to perform or speak into a mic. So it's like, testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Ooh, that was a previous message they brought through. Papa, can you hear me? Or Father, can you hear me? Prayer is, can you hear me? Meditation is, I can hear you. Those frequencies of communication. Okay. But yeah, this 5th house energy is standing out to me, and it feels childlike. It feels fun, it feels playful, it feels creative, especially with that Ace of Spring here. So take your time with this. And if your frequency gets off a little bit, get physically moving in a playful way, like dance or, shake or jump up and down or whatever, and create something. Because that's going to help to keep you in alignment, and you're going to see something roll in. I'm hearing hand over fist, and I'm seeing that meme with Fry from Futurama going, "Take my money." Okay. Maybe this is business related. Maybe you have an idea or a project you want to get off the ground. You're going to be getting a lot of notoriety for it. Emails, phone calls, admiration, I'm hearing. And it was a result of your self-discipline internally. Yes, probably physical hard work. Obviously, there's been steps and action things you've needed to do to implement this. But they're showing me that like the bulk of the work has been the vibration, has been the frequency, has been the past life healing of fear to unlock your Dharma. It's not an easy path, especially when you're walking the path of the speaker. Okay, somebody here's a speaker. I was going to say seeker. I tried to say seeker and it came out of my mouth as speaker. You are the speaker. You're meant to speak. Because like I said, we all have bits and pieces of the puzzle. And if we don't share it with each other, then we're all shit out of luck. So I'm here sharing my piece. What's yours? What's yours? Put it in the comments. Start your own channel. Start a podcast. Start a blog. Whatever you need to do. I'm hearing shout it from the heavens. Shout it from the mountaintops. I'm hearing love is the answer. Megaphone. Love is the answer. Yeah. That's why I'm here doing what I do. All right. Anything else you want to bring through, Spirit? They just said releasing guilt around prosperity. They said peaceful prosperity, and they showed me the word guilt here on the ego card, on the devil card, right here. So releasing guilt or feelings of undeservingness or something around this level up. Maybe it's like imposter syndrome. That's part of that ego program they just said, ego manipulation. Yeah, so don't believe that it's false. You deserve it. You've earned it. Like if I say you reap what you sow and you get excited, you've earned it, okay? And if I say you reap what you sow and you go, oh, maybe there's a little more review to do. Maybe past life stuff, whatever. But either way, there's going to be a powerful and aligned outcome. So keep going. Okay, I'm going to call it there. I'm going to go to bed. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. If you'd like to dive deeper, we have memberships available here on the channel. You can become a member for, I think, like $10.99 a month, which gives you access to the weekly members readings, exclusive members readings, and also like the entire cache of the previous members readings. There's a shit ton of stuff there. And with the Soul Family membership, you get access to the live streams as well, and extended readings and tutorials and whatever else I feel like posting there. So you can check that out. The links are in the description box below. Thank you guys for being here. I love you, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye.